guys, today's video is 5 American animals versus 5 European animals. Who would win?
I don't really know, to be honest. If this were British animals, I'd have said American animals would win 100%, because I know we ain't got anything scary.
Europe got a bit more.
I feel like you could just have a random Greek animal, which is like, oh,
Yeah,
that's a bit freaky.
I have no idea.
Do you know what I mean? I don't either. So
Yeah.
this potentially could be close, because you're talking the whole Europe. I don't know what's going to go down. Is it just going to go down like the top 5 scariest in America, then top 5 scariest in Europe, do you think?
I've got no idea. I couldn't even think of a European animal that we don't have like a scary European
Yeah,
animal.
I don't know. I can just keep thinking of lizards.
Just think of bears.
Yeah, I think of lizards. We don't have lizards. No, but we have them in like Spain, Greece, and all
they
that,
do.
don't
Like
we?
just there.
Just there and about. Smash that like button if you enjoy, guys. Smash the subscribe. This is a bit of a wacky one, a bit of a weird one, but it was suggested to us and we're doing it.
Yeah.
Why not?
Why
You
not?
ready to get into it?
I am.
Millie is 35 weeks pregnant, by the way. Probably 36 by the time you see this, maybe even further.
I think I'm nearly halfway through 36 when this goes out.
Yeah, because we're pre-recording for when the baby comes. Because the baby could come at any point now, so you're also in pre-recorded videos. So there's a slight chance the baby's already come, but probably not. 29th September is the due date.
It is the 28th of September.
Yeah, 28th of August today. 29th is the due date. You ready to get into it?
Yes.
Smash that button, guys. Smash the subscribe button. Let's check out 5 American animals versus 5 European animals. What we got?
Although North America and Europe have an ocean between them, they both have species that are closely related to each other. This is because North America used to be connected to Asia and Europe through the Bering Land Bridge.
Okay.
Many different species could travel across this area freely, and this is just one of the many reasons why North American animals and European animals are closely related to each other.
Okay.
In this video, I will be comparing animals from both of these areas, and estimating which one would win in a fight. I'll be going through 5 species from Europe and 5 species from North America, and we'll start off with the European badger.
Okay.
This striking creature is
What's the
native
badger
to
going
almost all
against?
of Europe
I
and has a
know.
very large stable population. Because of the lack of large animals in the UK, the European badger is actually the UK's largest land predator and is one of the best
Wow.
well-known British species.
I did
In the
not
wild,
know
they
that.
live an
What do you reckon,
omnivorous
Mo?
lifestyle.
I reckon I could take on a badger. Ooh, get a boot. I'm not going to ever boot a badger, but if it were like...
I think they're attacking you. I
if
think
it
you
were
have a right to
if it were
kick
coming
it.
for the baby, and I was like...
You have a right to kick.
Ooh.
I feel like you have a right to kick animals if they're about to.
Well,
kill
no,
you.
let's not say animals.
No, but like
If a badger were
like
coming to kill me,
dangerous animals, like
or
bears
if it were
and things.
attacking me, yeah, fair enough.
I'm sorry.
We don't condone animal abuse, but if it were attacking me,
Yeah, no.
get out of my city.
Yeah, wow. Wow.
Both
Press
taking a
play.
liking to plant matter and small creatures. During the day, badgers mostly spend
do
their
look quite
time
cute.
underground, in their burrows, which are called setts.
I reckon a
Although some
nibble.
European badgers like to spend their life on their own, most European badgers are social animals. They can live in groups of up to 25 members,
Wow.
but their social behaviour is largely dictated by the availability of food. But this striking mammal
Makes
also
sense.
has a North American counterpart, the
Got little
American
pigs in their
badger.
face.
Even though this
Ooh,
species has
okay.
a similar appearance to the European badger.
So we're going like for like.
Okay.
We're going European badger versus American badger.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a bit of a fair fight. Okay.
They are not closely related. The American badger is known for being a little meaner than the European badger
He's a
and
big
lives a
boy.
more solitary
It's cute, though. Look at his
lifestyle.
little face.
They live life slightly on the more carnivorous
Look at the
side
way
and
they shake their
predominantly
butt.
feed on smaller mammals such as gophers, squirrels,
Oof.
and prairie dogs. Because of this diet, they're found in more open areas and are typically found around grasslands and prairies. To be able to get at their prey, they are impressive diggers and spend most of their time looking for burrows of small animals. But even though the American badger has a very mean reputation, they are slightly smaller than the European badgers,
Okay.
as the
Okay.
European badger can reach a length of around a meter and weighs 17 kilograms, whereas the American badger maxes out at around 75 centimeters with a weight of 15 kilograms.
Still quite
so
big.
for this round,
Yeah.
I think it's 1-0 for the European
Oh,
creatures.
you're warm
But
European
our
side.
next
Let's go.
creature is the Eurasian otter. Now, this
Otter.
semi-aquatic
Wow.
mammal is native to large parts of Eurasia and is the most widely distributed member of the otter subfamily. These otters have webbed feet, and this makes them impressive swimmers. They can mostly be found in freshwaters, where they're usually seen munching on fish.
Okay.
Although they're mostly seen as freshwater
What do you reckon?
animals, the Eurasian
I'm asking this to everyone. Do you reckon you could take on an otter?
Yes.
I don't know, because it depends. If we take it on the land, yeah. What if you take it in water? You can't swim.
Well, I would never put myself in a position.
No,
where I
but
would swim
you've
with
got to go
otters.
to its. You're going to its home ground water.
Yeah.
That otter's eating
Know
you
that
alive.
I'll die.
Yeah.
I'll die a little goldfish.
I think the otter will be rapid, like a little nibble, boom,
I
out
think
of
he
it.
needs
Little
a fast
nibble.
swimmer. I don't think he's much cop on land.
Yeah. Oh, you're on land.
Eurasian otter can be found on the coast, where it's more than happy to try a bit of seafood.
Oh, they
In
look
many parts of
cute.
Europe,
It
it
does
is the
look
top
cute.
freshwater predator. But in recent years,
We have the North American otters at the zoo.
Do it? Not the European ones?
No.
Wow, in Jersey, there we go.
It's had more competition. The American mink is invasive over large parts of Europe, and in most cases directly competes with the Eurasian otter.
take
This,
that
along
massive
with
fish.
habitat loss, overfishing, and hunting, have led to this otter being threatened in some areas. Luckily for these otters, they are much loved creatures, and many people are dedicated to helping them. Unfortunately,
good.
this wasn't the case for the extinct Japanese otter, which was considered to be a subspecies of the Eurasian otter.
Oh,
As I'm
wow.
sure many of you know, there is also a famous otter in North America named the North American river otter. Now, this otter only lives on the North American continent, but lives a very similar lifestyle to the Eurasian otter. They have slightly more to choose from when it comes to food in North America, because
Okay.
as well as fish, they are also known to take down large numbers of turtles
Wow.
and crayfish. These otters are known for being extremely
Go on,
playful,
otter.
and juveniles can often be seen chasing each other. Although this may look like just fun, it helps them improve their skills of catching fish.
It
Now, it
makes it
can
the
be very
training.
hard to tell these two otter species apart. The North American river otter has a shorter neck, and generally has a longer tail compared to
Well, it
its
looks
body.
rapid.
The Eurasian otter is the only otter in much of its range, and also tends to be a little larger. They can reach a maximum length of around 1.4 meters, and reach a maximum weight of around 24 kilograms.
Oh,
The
wow.
American river otter, on the other hand, has a maximum length of around 1.1 meters, and maxes out at around 15 kilograms.
weigh quite a
Although
bit.
both
Yeah,
these animals
heavy.
are very lovable, that now makes it 2-0 to Europe. But our next
What's
two
going
species
on?
are both the Eurasian brown bear and the
Oh,
gri-
gonna win the bears.
I best ask the same question. Do you reckon you could take on a grizzly bear?
No, but I feel like animal rights go out the window when it comes to bears if they're attacking you.
It doesn't make difference what
No.
goes out the window. You're
No,
screwed.
if they're attacking you, ain't none of this animal rights, because if I'm gonna die anyway, I'm gonna die fighting the bear.
I don't think you'd harm it. I don't think I'd harm it either.
No, but I'm gonna die fighting.
I want to say I'd turn around and run, but then also be attack you more. Aren't you better off just
Run
like,
backwards.
oh, you're walking slowly backwards?
Yeah,
and
don't stand still. You're gonna just be munched
I
like that.
think it was like.
Yeah, that's more like an
grizzly
otter.
bear. The Eurasian brown bear is the most common subspecies of brown bear and is found throughout much of Eurasia. They feed on a wide range of foods, eating various different types of plant matter such as berries, and also targeting the largest mammals and fish. Their size and power makes them very
It's a shame,
dangerous,
'cause they look so
and it's
cute.
best to keep
They're
your
beasts.
distance from these bears. In North America, an average of 2 people a year are killed by bears. In Scandinavia, there's only been 3 fatalities from bear attacks in the last century, which
Oh,
makes
wow.
it seem like Eurasian brown bears are less aggressive. Unfortunately, the truth is not as simple as this, as many other factors affect the frequency of bear attacks. In Romania in late 2019, brown bears were responsible for killing 3 men in just over a month. The cause of these attacks are sometimes
Look at them just
desperation,
sitting up.
because when we decrease the habitat of these bears, there's less food to go around, and they are forced into highly populated areas.
Makes sense.
But famously, this bear also has a North American
Leave
cousin.
the wildlife. Leave the wildlife. We don't. If you leave the wildlife alone, the wildlife's gonna leave us alone. That's what I'm gonna say.
The grizzly
There you
bear.
go.
Although grizzly bears are known for being fearsome predators,
They don't
some
look as
grizzlies
cute,
can be
do they?
surprisingly small. On the eastern slopes of Alberta, some adult grizzlies are known to be even smaller than black bears.
I
They
like
vary
it.
in size from area to area, mostly due down to competition and food availability. But when it comes down to maximum sizes, the grizzly bear can grow a lot larger than the Eurasian brown bear, as the European bears max out around 2.5 meters and weigh 480 kilograms,
Oh,
whereas the
boy,
grizzly bears can reach a height of
gauges.
around 2.7 meters
Yeah,
and
but
weigh
bigger than me.
770
Oh.
kilograms. So
So heavier than me.
I would say with the baby on board, counting the baby weight, I would say you're probably about 75, 80 kg. Would be my guess.
No, I think I'm 71. I think that's what I
Yeah,
weighed
I'm
in at.
including the baby.
No, that was what I weighed in at.
Oh, did you? There you go.
71.
Because I just said you were probably about 65 normally is what
Yeah,
I'd
I've no idea,
say.
about 71. I think I weighed in.
Yeah, I just said 60 between 65 without the baby for you. But with the baby, I kind of just had a lot more than I probably should have. to
So
be fair.
wait, so what was that? What was the bear?
400 odd.
Oh,
And it was
sheesh.
700 odd for the other one.
That's a lot of me's.
Yeah, that's a lot of views.
But North America has clawed one back.
But deserved
our
that
next
one.
two animals are both
Oh.
the European bison and the American bison.
Oh, he looks
I've been
bigger.
through
Oh,
both
look
of
at his
these
face.
creatures
He's
many
gonna
times
get you.
on this channel before. as they're
Right,
not only
here we
very
go,
similar-
That
the
would
question
give you
of all
a
of them.
headache. Oh my god.
Could you take on a bison?
No.
No. Like,
I'm
I'd go to
admitting
punch him, he'd just
defeat.
run through the
I would
punch.
try and fight a bear if it was going for me. That.
It's just
Screw
a
that.
tank.
I've gone. I'm
It's
dead.
literally just a tank.
Honestly, I'd actually think if I was. I think if there was a way, I would just get rid of myself. If
But
I was face to face.
The
with
American one looks way scarier than the European one. The European one seems a little more fluffy to back.
It's the head. It's like.
Wow. It is wham.
I bet that head's like 5 of me.
In appearance. But throughout their history, they've had a very similar story. During the early years of the 20th century, European bison were once hunted to near extinction. They were only saved because they had small captive populations, and these populations were bred and then released back into the wild.
They
This
kind
bison
of
is
look like the European ones. Kind of look like just bigger, meatier cows.
A little bit, yeah, with
Do you know what I
horns.
mean? Like they're not that, but then like the American ones, like
But
4
still like
pounds.
tanks, yeah.
That's what I mean. Like in comparison, they just look like
the heaviest
cows with
wild land
big,
animal in
weird
Europe
backs.
and is only ever targeted by the largest of predators. In most cases, these predators were humans, wolves, and bears, but the two latter species are now rare in most of their distribution. The only other living species of bison
Yellowstone.
in the world is found in North America and is definitely the more famous of the bison species. It's one of the most iconic animals of America's grasslands. But just like the European bison,
at
it was
beast.
once threatened with extinction. A combination of commercial hunting and slaughter in the 19th century, along with the introduction of bovine diseases, almost wiped out these iconic mammals. They had a population of around 60 million in the late 18th century,
Wow.
but the species was down to just 541
Wow.
animals in 1889.
That's
this is one
mad.
of the most devastating wild animal slaughters in the whole of human history.
Oh
But
my.
luckily
Wow.
today they
Oh,
have
look at the
made a
little baby
comeback.
ones.
Now both of these giants are very similar in size, with the European bison being slightly taller at the shoulder with a height of around 2.1 meters, compared with the American bison's 2
The
meters.
European one's
but the
bigger.
American bison can be a lot heavier, with a max weight of around 1,200 kilograms, compared to the European bison's 920 kilograms. Although
Wow.
the European bison is taller, I think the American bison wins this round, and it's 2-2
Definitely.
going into the
Definitely, I
last
would not
two
want to fight
animals.
either of
Now
them.
there are
Oh,
8
wow.
Going into
subspecies
the
of
last,
moose
the 2-2.
recognized today, some of them living in North America, and the rest living in Europe and Asia. Moose are the largest and heaviest extant species in the deer family, and truly are one of the largest land mammal species alive today. Unlike other species of deer, they tend to live a solitary lifestyle, and tend to enjoy life in thick forests and around wetland areas. Despite their size, they are impressive swimmers, and are very happy in marshes and wetlands.
Okay.
Their size gives them protection against most predators, and even wolves and bears will only really attack juveniles and sick individuals.
that horse?
Predators aren't the
Okay.
biggest threats
There's a
to
moose.
moose, as they have a
Oh.
much smaller threat to worry about. Brainworms are parasites contracted from eating snails, and the larvae of these worms find their way to the moose's brain. This causes neurological damage, and has led to a worrying decline in moose
Aw.
numbers.
Cool.
Millions of dollars have been poured into helping
Are
these
they female
animals,
ones?
and hopefully they'll be able to bounce back in the future.
Think
But when
so.
it comes down to size, the American subspecies tend to be a little larger than the European ones, as they can reach a height of around 2.1 meters at the shoulder and weigh 700 kilograms, compared to a height at the shoulder of 2 meters and a weight of 600 kilograms.
They are so
overall,
big.
it looks like the American species
That was a
have come
reverse
back to
sweep.
win this round, and they've won the competition overall. I know this flag doesn't include the whole of North America, and this one doesn't really represent Europe, but it was easier than putting up all the individual flags in this video. If you want me to do this style of video with any other continents, then let me know down in the comments.
That was good.
below.
Let us know if he's got any other videos you want us to check out. That was interesting. I didn't expect it to be that way it was comparing, but I enjoyed it.
Oh, it's good. I liked it that it went that way.
Reverse sweep as well. Very good editing because he obviously knew the 5 animals, so he's obviously
Yeah.
done it, giving Europe a lead. Bit like, oh, we're gonna win, and then
Yeah.
the comeback for the reverse
Yeah.
sweep. Hopefully, you enjoyed that video. You really enjoyed that.
That was good.
I could tell you paused loads. Hopefully, you did. Smash that button if you did. Smash that subscribe button and watch the video.
Have a fantastic day.
And we'll see you, legends, in the next one. Peace.